Good morning, class 11. This video is for you. We are doing revision, and now this is the chapter Landscape of the Soul. About the author. Nathalie Trevor is an art historian who came in limelight because of her translated work City of Genius, a book by William Dalrymple. She has traveled various cities of the world. She holds a master's degree in history of art and archaeology from the University of Belgium. Now, children, main theme. The author Nathalie Treuer, an art expert from Flanders, Holland, writes about the essential difference between Eastern and Western paintings. She illustrates the difference by anecdotes. Anecdotes means by mythological stories from China and Flanders. The 8th century Chinese painter Wu Daozi says to the emperor, "Let me show your majesty the way," or Dao, a word which means both the path or the method and the mysterious works of the universe. A Chinese painting. Now, in this paragraph, we are going to come to know about the difference. The Chinese painting is not factual, it does not represent an actual view as a Western figurative painting does. Let me give it the wider view. Okay. Now, here it has a dimension of time. The viewer can enter the painting and thereby the artist's mind. The landscape is an inner one, having spiritual and conceptual space. Now, in the next paragraph, it is told about the concept of sensui. This concept is known as sensui, meaning mountain water. The mountain stands for yang, rising vertically towards heaven. It is stable, warm, and dry in the sun and masculine. Water is yin, horizontal and resting on the earth, fluid, moist, cool, and feminine. Their interaction is a fundamental notion of Taoism. Unpainted, yes, in between there is the middle void where the interaction between yang and yin takes place, and the white unpainted space in Chinese landscape represents the middle void. Children, it is compared to the pranayam where the breathe in and that is the breath in and breath out, and that is the middle void, that is the space where the interaction of energy takes place. Now, here, that is the last, the paragraph is the small one. The middle void, what is this middle void? You will come to know. The middle void is man's space. He is consumed of communication between both poles of the universe. His presence is essential. Okay. Now, children, the next page. Now, these are the short questions. What is difference between the Chinese and European view of art? The Chinese and the European arts are in direct contrast to each other and represent two contrarian views of art. Contrarian in contrast, opposite to one another. Western figurative paintings depict scenes exactly as they are, whereas the Eastern painters depict inner space, spiritual and conceptual. The European painter wants the viewer to understand his art exactly as he sees it, whereas Chinese painter wants the viewer to use his prudence, enjoy the art, and come out with his inference. Second question, briefly recount what happened to the painter Wu Daozi. The painter Wu Daozi lived in the 18th century. He was showing his painting of a beautiful landscape to the emperor, who was all praises for it. Wu Daozi then clapped his hands before the cave in his painting, and its entrance opened. The painter entered the cave and disappeared along with the cave and painting, leaving the astonished emperor speechless. It means you will just see when he presented that one, that is, and as he clapped the hands, that the painting disappeared. Children, these are more short questions. Okay, now let us see. Question number 3. How was Quentin able to marry the painter's daughter? Quentin was a blacksmith who wanted to marry a painter's daughter. The painter did not think he was a suitable match as he was not an artist. Quentin painted a fly on one of the painter's canvases. It looked so real that the painter tried to kill it. When he realized that Quentin had painted it, he allowed him to marry his daughter. Question number 4. Give two examples to show that figurative Western painting reproduces an actual view. Now, answer. Now, Flemish artists did not draw the dragon's eye. It is Flemish, that is the Flanders. Let me just tell you, that might be even there, that is, it is Flanders. Okay, did not draw the dragon's eyes for fear it would come alive. So lifelike was the dragon. Quentin Matsy painted a fly on artist's canvas. Artist sweated it, thinking it was a real fly. Question number 5. What are yang and yin? What do they represent? Yang represents the mountain or the vertical element which is stable, warm, dry, and masculine. Yin represents the water or the horizontal element that is fluid, moist, cool, and feminine. The interaction of yang and yin is fundamental notion of Taoism. Now next is explain the significance of the middle void with reference to the lesson landscape of the soul. What is the middle void? Why is it important? The middle void is the empty space between yang and yin. Their interaction takes place here. It is represented by the white unpainted space in Chinese painting. Now next is the question number 7. What is the white unpainted space important in Chinese art? White space represents the middle void where the interaction of yang and yin, it means exchange of the energies, takes place. Man has an important role here. He becomes the conduct of communication between both poles of the universe because man attached to the earth and head is towards the sky. So that is between that one. It works out. Question number 8. Who is Naik Chand? What is his achievement? Naik Chand was an untrained artist renowned for his masterpiece, unsculpted work with stone and recycled material. The Rock Garden of Chandigarh, he was an exponent of raw art which received worldwide recognition. Question number 9. Naik Chand how was Naik Chand honored? Naik Chand was made the director of his creation because he was the one only who created the rock gardens. He was honored by the Swiss Commission of UNESCO by way of European exposition of his work. There were interactive shows, the realm of Naik Chand, held at leading museums in Switzerland, Belgium, France, and Italy. Children, let me take the next page. Now these are long questions. Illustrate with examples the difference in the nature of Eastern and Western paintings. Children, that is very nice questions picked up from the lesson. Now you pay attention. The essential difference between Eastern and Western paintings is that the Eastern painting is not factual. It does not represent an actual view as a Western figurative painting does. It has a dimension of time. The viewer can enter the painting and thereby the artist's mind. The landscape is an inner one, having spiritual and conceptual space. He gave his viewer various entry points to let him enjoy the journey from his perspective. Now, this is the paragraph. Liu Daozi, the Chinese painter, was not satisfied with the emperor's appreciation of his art. His art had a much deeper meaning which he wanted the viewer to comprehend by entering his mind. The European paintings were to be viewed from the specific angle and exactly the way the artist wanted you to see it. Children, next question. What are the elements of sensory? The Chinese painter brings out the concept of the sensory in his work. Literally, it means mountain, water, mountain and water. The mountain is symbolic of the male and the water is symbolic of the female. Element in creation. This is the fundamental notion of Taoism. In between, there is a middle void where their interaction takes place and is also the space for man. Thus, the Chinese painter's landscape has a spiritual character. The author has compared the concept of sensory with the yogic practice of pranayam, breathe in, hold, breath out. The time of the suspension of breath in the void when meditation occurs, this middle void is crucial as nothing can happen without it. Question number 3. In what ways the participation of the viewer, both physical and mental, when he looks at the Chinese painting? The Chinese view of art is quite different from the European view. The Chinese artist does not paint a landscape from one point of view only. He writes to the viewer to participate in his landscape both physically and mentally. This means that the viewer can enter the painting not physically but mentally and spiritually. The participation in the Chinese painting is not from a single point but from various points. The artist does not want you to borrow his eyes, but he wants you to enter wholly through his mind. He creates a path for the viewer to travel it up and down and then back again. This requires the active participation on the part of the viewer who has to decide himself at what pace he would travel through the painting. This participation is both physical and mental. Children, this is the fourth long question. Who was the untutored genius who created a paradise and what is his contribution to art? Outsider art was mooted in 1940 by French painter named Jean Buffet. Okay, it is art created by those who have not received any formal training in art. India's Nick Chand is an exponent of this genre and has won worldwide acclaim. He made a garden sculpted with stone and recycled material. That would be anything and everything from tin, broken bangles to a sink to a broken down car. Any discarded material could be the work of art for Nick Chand, which he took to dizzying heights. His art has been highly acclaimed worldwide. How a single man's vision can make a difference and produce, children, it is not prudence, it is produce a unique art. UNESCO honored him and his work has been displayed in the leading museum of Switzerland, Belgium, France, and Italy. Now here you will just see these notes are over. It means you have to go through all this. These are the long questions I have given to you. That is, go through them nicely. These are the long questions. Okay. Now here these are the short questions. I think you needed this one for the revision. These are the short questions and this is what it is given in the chapter. Yes, children, you can just make it out. Now I am stopping it here. Okay, and you will like understand. First you should see the explanation part, then this part you will go through, then the lesson will be clear to you. Children, unless you will not put efforts, nothing can be done. Putting efforts, it is very important. It means you have to go through, you have to understand, though I kept on explaining to you time to time, that is, but you have to see still that is how much that is though that is, you are going through and how you are trying to understand each question very nicely. Okay, Hard work is important, children. Okay, then you work hard and do it nicely. Okay, take care. Bye.